Welcome to the Summer 2018 Next Level Sound Remix Contest. And go ahead, and just keep yourself muted if you're not currently talking. Just makes it easier for everyone to hear. So go ahead and work your mutes. And I'll mute you if I see you. Okay, everyone's got that. Okay, good. So, this is our first one ever. It was born out of just a big ideation meeting one graduates club day, I believe. And then we sort of talked about it and we were like, yeah, that'd be cool. Let's do it. And I think the concept obviously was to have fun. And I can see that everybody had fun. And it's fun for us to listen to as judges because you put your fun in the music. And, first I'll say, there's not a bad one. I listened to them all. I didn't over-listen. I don't know about the rest of the judges. We'll talk for in a minute. I listened just enough, but I like to keep things spontaneous. And I wanted to, make my decision today and not walk into this with my decision made. So that's just me. But there wasn't a bad one. And they're all really different, and they're all really well-crafted. So to me, to have the first remix contest be so darned good, I'm already in a good mood, it's amazing. And I think, of course we wanted to have 50, but then I don't even know how we do this with 50. So this is our first one. We're going to refine the format. And we also talked a little bit about the format amongst the judges. So we have 50 minutes of music to listen to. I want to play it all continuously without stopping. But I want you guys to burn up the chat like you guys know how to do. And whatever stream of consciousness, whatever comes to you, including judges, just burn up the chat as we go. After we're done, I want each department head to choose their favorite track according to that discipline. So Kristin will say, maybe this other one's my favorite, but from a compositional standpoint, this I think was the most sophisticated one. And Chris Petti will say, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. But from a production standpoint, I think this is the production winner. And Scott Barkham will say, from a commercial viability standpoint, even if there's a couple things to do, this is his most commercial one.
Actually, I'm going to differ from that. I'm going to kind of choose it based on what I think elevates the song the most.
That's fine.
That's what a remix is supposed to do.
That category exists too, and that's just your overall favorite. So you may have your overall favorite and your most commercial, but you do it how you do it, Scott.
I'm going to don't worry. I'll be giving feedback while they're playing about stuff I like, especially stuff I like. Everybody did a really good job. Everybody did a really musical job. There was no dud in the whole lot of them. They all had really viable, excellent things about them, every single one of them. So you guys should all, if we could all give you a virtual round of applause, you totally deserve one because you turned this in and it's a really cool project. I'd love to see a whole class of just people turning stuff in and us critiquing them, just to get to the quantity of work so you can keep stuff moving. Because I think it was just really cool to hear what you guys did.
Amazing. And we will do more of these because this has been so much fun. So more coming. And so each department head is going to give their technical favorite. And then each department head is going to give their overall favorite. You're going to have to pick one, which is tough today. Tough. And then there's one wild card kind of X factor category. And that's just someone who just took the biggest chance. Whoever just went the furthest and took the craziest chance with it, So there's going to be the overall favorite, the composition, production, mixing and mastering. I'll pick my favorite mixing and mastering. And then the overall favorite, and then the X factor. And somehow between all of these, there'll be an overall winner, I think. I wish we had an odd number of judges. I don't know how this is going to work. We might have to arm wrestle or something. We'll see. Virtual arm wrestling.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. So, all right. So the gang is all here. Let's get listening. that is the format for today. The first thing Scott suggested, which I think is totally apropos, is just to play the original first, just to start. And I know you guys have heard it, but let's refresh our palettes, and we'll start with that, and then we'll go into a 50-minute remix set, and we'll chat it up. So here we go. Here's the original.
Let your head hang low, let your eyes fall heavy. You can jump, you won't fall, arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast, let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide, so why do you get scared, and why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Let your doubts crash to pieces. Negativity needs its releases, and I know deep in you, you just wanna love what you do, but pressure hits you like a plank, and ego wants to fill the bank, but the bank in your heart will always be bare. And if you don't start the love, please start the carry. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide, so why do you get scared, and why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Why do you hide from love?
The birds and the surf. Well, it's so remixable, isn't it? It's so beautiful. What a beautiful vocal performance, and what a great voice, and what a cool song and nice recording and everything. So, yeah, let's see what you guys did. Look at all those colors. It looks like a candy store, right? It looks like Tootsie Roll candy, or no, Lifesavers. That's what it looks like. It looks like Lifesavers. Skittles. It's just like candy. All right, here we go. Non-stop, 50-minute mix. Chat it up. Judges ready? Here we go.
Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You can jump, you won't fall. Arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You can jump, you won't fall. Arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. So let me be who's you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide. So why do you get scared, and why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Let your doubts crash to pieces. Negativity needs its releases, and I know deep in you, you just want love, love what you do, but pressure hits you like a bank, and ego wants to fill the bank, but the bank in your heart will always be bare. If you don't start the love, you start to carry. So let me be the rose you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide. So why do you get scared, and why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Why do you hide from love? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide from love? Why do you hide? Why do you hide? Why do you? Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You can jump, you won't fall. Arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide. So why do you get scared, and why do high. Let your doubts crash to pieces. Negativity needs its releases. And I know deep in you, you just want love what you do. But pressure hits you like a plank, and ego wants to fill the bank. But the bank in your heart will always be bare. If you don't start the love, you start to carry. Let me be the rules you need. Let me help you grow. Let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why?
Know that you are loved, not just by me. heart to go alone again. I don't want to cry alone again. Get cheated on and explode again. Been through a lot of hell, man. My heart bust open when I fell, man. Overdosed on trust, man. Then I dropped my guard and I fell, man. Yo, like my heart in a tight place, like a bank vault is the right place. Never coming out of my space, yo. I don't care what I might face. Never going through that again, yo. I might as well be a mannequin. I ain't trying to get played again, yo. I see the game like it's Clarendon, yeah.
Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You won't fall, arms wide open. I'll be ready. Heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You won't fall, arms wide open. I'll be ready.
I remember night when I walked in, my heart felt like it was falling. Never felt so low in my life, man. On my knees I was growling. Make me feel I'ma rise again. Maybe I should just try again. Broke my heart twice, lost my wings, man. I don't think I'ma fly again. I know your arms are open wide to get me love so I can feel safe inside. Please forgive my fears, but I'ma let them move aside. So I can feel your love, I'll let you have all of mine. Hey, yo, I'm afraid to go and get trust again. Afraid to go and feel love again. I ain't wanna get crushed again. Just let my heart die rusted in. Here you go with your love again. Just giving me your hope again. Sweet words and patient love with your open arms, I'ma cope again. I think I want you by my side. You spread your love so far and wide. There's no place to hide. 'Cause there's no place to hide. I think you might just be the one. You want for love of me like sun. And there's no place to run. 'Cause there's no place to run. I think I'm about to go take a chance. In the torn of the sweetest dance. Too scared to go take a chance. So let your eyes put me in a trance. I don't wanna feel this pain. Too broken in this day. Spent too much time in the chain. I hide away 'cause it ease the pain. My heart can't take it again. So I hid it away. Whoa, I had to go and hide it away. But now I'm letting it go.
Heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? jump, you won't fall. Arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide, so why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Let your doubts crash to pieces. Negativity needs its releases. And I know deep in you, you just want love what you do, but pressure hits you like a plank, and ego wants to fill the bank, but the bank in your heart will always be buried if you don't start the love, you start the carry. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide, so why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Why do you hide from love? Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You can jump, you won't fall. Arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow, let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide, so why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Do you hide? Do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Just want love, you just want love, you just want love, 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 you just want love, just want love, just want love. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow. Let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why do you hide? Do you hide? Oh, why do you hide? Let your head hang low. Let your eyes fall heavy. You can jump, you won't fall. Arms wide open, I'll be ready. Let your ego melt fast. Let your smile stay bright. You can hold my hand, a tiny grip throughout this night. So let me be the roots you need. Let me help you grow. Let me help you succeed. Know that you are loved, not just by me. See my heart open wide. So why do you get scared? And why
Wow.
Wow.
Excellent.
Woo! You guys, that was, let's see here. That was 50 minutes, like we said, of continuous remix, playlist. That was insane. The variety is incredible, and the quality is incredible, and the imagination is incredible. and the execution is just amazing. So, and like we said before, not a bad one.
No, you guys all are winners.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a 5-minute intermission for judges to smoke cigarettes or whatever they smoke, or don't smoke anything, and just to rest your brains. Everyone can stretch their legs, turn your cameras off. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Just judges need time to think. Back in 5. People are making their way back to their seats from the intermission. See, Kristin is back. Scott is back. You look refreshed, Scott.
I do.
Yeah, you do. You look refreshed. Kristin is back. Yay. Chris Petti in the building. Can you talk, Chris? Chris, he may walk down the hall. We'll wait for Chris. While we do that, let me just say a couple things. Everybody just did an amazing job, as I said before, and getting this done with such good quality and under pressure, and getting those deadlines met in the dog days of summer. Everyone just gets a round of applause from me right away. Straight up round of applause. Yeah. So, okay. Chris, are you back? Maybe he's taking a longer intermission, but let's start anyway. Okay, you're here. You can talk. Okay. So each department, you have 3 things. You got to choose who won the department challenge, who won the X Factor challenge, and who won the overall thing. So we're going to go in order that we created the course in. And so that puts Kristin up first to bat here. I know, so much pressure. So much pressure.
I'm so happy I'm not going first. Because I'm not prepared. I'm not ready.
Well,
this is a hard one.
I know. It's a hard one. So in terms of the composition challenge, if you had to give it to one person, which you do today, who won the composition challenge?
It was a hard one. There was not one that I didn't like. They were all really good. I applaud everybody for really, which I think, the original track is amazing and I love it. And I think that in itself is hard when something is so good to start with, to make it even better and make it, go in all different directions. And everybody just, it was such a pleasure to see everybody going in different directions. And I saw a little bit of that with some of you guys in office hours. It was so exciting to see how different everybody's track was. And to me, compositionally, that's like the best thing ever. I don't know, this is a hard one. I think the person who took the composition and maybe did it, like maybe the tech one for me would be the ballet one. Was number 4, I think. Dan
Markosian?
It was like I think it had the ballet in the word.
Yes, yep.
Is that it?
Yes.
That one I think would be the composition winner for me. I think. Do you want me to say my
No. Just talk about it. Composition talk. What did he do that you liked? And you can be technical if. Well,
I think I need to hear it again after all of those. It's not in my head, so
that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I'll tell you why I think. I think what he did was he for me was the most wide of orchestration. I think there was so many directions, there was so many registers filled, and the pitfall with that is that you have all these instruments blaring at you, and I think you did a really good job of having, characters come in. There was a whole show for me, that one. I could see characters enter the stage, come in, go out, all the registers were sort of used, but then given space so that it didn't overpower. So I think that for me, you did a really good job orchestrationally, and you took a lot of risks. And that's part of why I also feel like that was one of the winners for me for that, is that you really took a lot of risk and you put a lot in there, and to me, it worked really well.
Okay. Who wins your X Factor?
I think the X Factor was number 8. It was the one with the rap in it.
That's Jeffrey.
Yeah. That one, when I heard it, it just was like, it just came. I wasn't expecting it, and it was so cool. And again, all 3 of the people that I sort of I think for me were my choices were that they all really told a story, compositionally and musically. And this one told a story too. I loved the rap, the pre-chorus. I loved how everything came together. It took it to a whole nother level. I felt like I had a background for her now, and I could tell where she was coming from and who she was talking to. And that was also all done, musically, and I really liked that one. And that one sort of took me by surprise. So I will have to say that one.
Okay. And for your overall contest winner, if you had to pick one today?
I think it's Eric.
Eric. Okay, there you go. Excellent. Thank you, Kristin.
That was hard, though. Let me just say, guys, that was it was really, really hard and super hard. And I really, if anyone could win, they all were amazing. So that was not a fun thing to have to judge, I will say. It was all of them were really great, and they all had certain, high points for me that I have certain favorites of each one's in moments. So congrats to everybody. Excellent job. Everybody told a story. Everybody did a really great job. So, my hats off to all of you.
Bravo.
Really killed it.
I know this is tough.
Tough one.
You guys made it super tough on us. Chris Petti, is your mic working? It was before. You're muted. I can unmute you. How about now?
How about now?
Yes, Chris Petti. Yes, sir.
I've been here the entire time. When you said you didn't see me before and you didn't hear me, I don't know what's going on. Something wrong with the technology, gremlins in the machine here, but I don't know.
As long as we win, I don't care. As long as you're here talking and we can see you, which we can.
Thing. So let me tell you that I can always count on Danny to put me in uncomfortable.
He didn't make you go first. He made me go first.
That tradition will always continue, Chris.
The good and the bad and the ugly. I mean, the great things. I mean, every single track here is great. I mean, this is such a difficult, decision to make as far as these, this goes. And each one, it's funny. I mean, I met somebody the other night and they were busy asking me, "What's your favorite song?" And I was, "What's my mood right now?" And, I think it applies to this kind of thing. So, you said before that I'm going to be judging on production, and I think that I should probably, explain a little what that is. So it's not just
please do.
Likes the way that was produced. What the hell does that mean? So basically, when I listen to these tunes, I'm listening to a couple of things. We all know where we started with this. I did a remix of this also, so, I was in the hot seat for a couple of minutes with all of this too. So, I was listening to hear how the vocals were chopped up, rearranged, placed in the new mixes. I was listening to sound design is really one of my major things that I listen to with these tunes, and one of the things that I'm kind of harping on with electronic tunes and all of this, and the textures and what was inserted into it, how well it fits with everything, and the transitions from one section to another, the drum programming. So this is really kind of all mixed together into the one place. So, they were all good, and I really hate having to make this decision, but I will make the decision because you've all been so nice to host me here, and Danny's got me here. So, my favorite out of all of them that I heard based on the criteria that I was talking about was Dimitri's. And I really enjoyed the record noise that he inserted into it for texture. I really liked the addition of the acoustic instruments, the guitar and the piano. And I thought that the transitions were very, very smooth. It wasn't trying to fit into any type of 12-inch record format or anything like that. It was just what it was. And it's great job, Dimitri. I actually got to hear your mix a couple of weeks ago during one of our office hours, and I liked it when I heard it the first time, and I still like it very much. So now we get to the X Factor and everything, as far as what the X Factor is, and not even though Dimitri's was my favorite, it's not. This was a tough decision. I listened to every one of the tracks before all of this started. I listened on Friday and I listened yesterday, and I took some notes, and then I threw the notes away into the computer and then listened again today taking notes. So as far as the X Factor goes, I have to side with Kristin here. Jeffrey's track was the most unexpected out of all of this. I would say a close second runner-up to that was Spencer's track as well, which I really liked. This was just such a hard decision and everything. And I'm going to tell you something, Jeffrey, that, you know, I'll let you in on here. I'm really not that big of a fan of the, I guess you would call it, I mean, it's in the hip-hop rap element. It's more like a dirty sound.
Auto-tune, sort of.
Yes.
Trap house, trap.
I'm not a terrible fan of this, simply because I feel like a lot of the stuff that's out there sounds very, very similar, and I feel like it's a lot of a cookie cutter kind of thing, and I have a hard time listening to it. Everybody hears the horn going on out on the street. I apologize. You know, it caught me off guard as far as the tune goes, and it was really very, very much a surprise. I wasn't expecting that I was going to hear something like that as far as what the tune was doing. And I give you massive props and creativity for inserting your own voice into this as well. Yeah, I wish that everybody could be a winner. Everyone is a winner, but I hate giving out medals and badges here for, you know, this, and I hate. But I think that all the tunes were great, and there are so many positive things that I can say about each one. You know, if Danny wants my notes from all of this, he can absolutely publish it.
So now, Chris, you just have to pick the overall.
The overall winner out of all of this,
Sean.
Yeah.
What I liked about that the most was the reordering of the phrasing with the vocals. I felt that everything was placed in a very logical way. One of the things that I listened to with all of this too was the, you know, how everybody dealt with the warping and changing tempos with all of this. And, you know, if things were done to fit to the tempo and everything. And I felt when I heard this, everything was just very, very smooth as far as the production. It wasn't my favorite as far as the sound design goes, and some of the more, you know, smaller details like that. But as far as the overall production goes and everything.
Okay, it is said. Excellent. Thank you, Chris. And all right, so I'm up, and I would say this. First, I'll do the mixing and mastering challenge. Man, a lot of good mixing. You know, a lot of good mixing, and not just one track was good, but so many were good from so many standpoints, but also from a mixing and mastering standpoint. You know, and that's what I do. So this was not easy at all. But I think the biggest sound was Dan Marcosian. I really do. I think his track, the ballet track, was from a mixing and mastering standpoint, was just perfection, and I don't like that word. It was just wonderful and fantastic and huge, and the reverbs, the saturation, the width, the power, the arrangement dynamics. From a mixing and mastering standpoint, it was just absolutely beautiful. So, and again, there was a lot of competition for the mixing and mastering challenge award, but Dan, it's just incredible. And I'll say this: I remember when Dan just started, and he had incredible musicality, but sort of a little bit of a homemade mixing and mastering approach. And he worked so hard. He took mixing shootouts where everyone mixed a track and competed for 4 weeks in a row. And I saw within that month his skills just grow. And where he is now, from a mixing and mastering standpoint, from where he started, you know, and he took the full program, is just an incredible 8-month, chrysalis. And when you get it right like that, it's not luck. You didn't get lucky. You got good. And when you're good, you're good. And Dan is good. And you're going to do that from now, time and time again, with the repeatability from all the hard work you did. So
it'll only get better.
It'll but
continue to improve. And your baseline now is solid. All right, I'm shutting up.
No, that's quite right. You can always blurt over me. That tradition should always continue too. So my hat, which I don't have on today, goes off to you, Dan. Just a fantastic job. Okay, next category, the X Factor. I'm with Kristin and Chris on this one, and this was tough too because so many people took so many chances and they delivered. And we always say on a cooking show, if the secret ingredient is octopus and you choose to make octopus ice cream, it better taste good. It's not enough just to be octopus ice cream. You got to be able to eat it. And some of you made octopus ice cream and it was delicious. It was the best octopus ice cream I've ever had in my life. So this is tough. Who made the best octopus ice cream? But it's Jeffrey. I mean, this was when I again, I listened just enough to be familiar, but I wanted to make my decision live today because that's the spirit of our school, our ethos. It is live and direct and spontaneous, and interactive, and it's just so ridiculously good what you did, man. The choices, the musicality, the production, the lyrics, the emotion of it, and the way you wove everything together, and then the different sections that you laid out. It wasn't a 2-idea song where it was just like A and B and then A and B and A and B. It was A, B, and C and D and E and back to B and then over to C and ended on F or something. And I mean, that is beautiful, and just the message of the music. The message was just was emotional and beautiful, and the execution, your voice sounds great. So anyway, you get the X Factor from me all day. In terms of the overall winner, I'm gonna agree here with Kristin. It's Eric, and it's not just because he hired a dancer. I wasn't influenced that he paid this dude to dance the whole time, and it like that it wasn't just because of that. It was on the strength of the music itself. He packed so much energy into that track, it was just bursting out. And his arrangement, I thought, was very skillful and also took you different places. It was not just a B, A, B, A, B, I'm done thing. It really was handmade and very skillfully arranged. And when the drop came, it was ginormous, and it hit you like a sucker punch in a good way. It hits you from the side, and you didn't quite expect it. And you hear the song a couple times, it's coming, but it really had a wonderful surprise factor, and that has to do with so many things, sound design and mixing too. Great mix as well. So, all right, so that's the votes from me. Scott, go ahead.
I hate going last as much as I hate going first. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I have trouble with which one's the most commercial.
Do it however you want to do it.
But
you have to have three things.
And I'm going to start with commercial because that's like my category, or at least to me. I'm not going to say like the most commercial, but like where I could see, like I felt like I could see a career out of it. That was like, that might not even be as a remixer so much as just like, wow, you got a lot of potential to do something really special here. I think I'm going to give it to Dimitri in terms of like, I really heard like something kind of cinematic and really cool. And like, there was, I believe, like really cool chord changes. And like, I heard it to me, it was like, I could hear like scoring a movie or a TV show or something like that. And I thought it was really impressive. I mean, honestly, like there are a couple that I could totally hear on the dance floor that were totally EDM. And this vocal performance isn't one that I would normally consider putting into that sort of category. But you guys managed to do that. But I gotta say, like, for whatever reason, that one, just particularly with the synths and all the stuff, like to me, I would like hire this guy as a sound designer. I would like that's so to me like I would like if someone said, hey, I'm looking for someone who can really score something and make it sound commercial but also really cool, like Dimitri's just hit me in that way. And I wish I could be more articulate about it, but it was the one that definitely stuck with me the hardest. The X factor for me was Dan Marcosian. I wouldn't have to me, it's like, take a remix and do something that I totally wouldn't expect a remix to sound like. And like, it was almost like pet sounds, like the Beach Boys, in terms of like the sheer range of musical instruments that were there. I wouldn't have expected it. And the military drum beat and like just all the stuff that like I don't think anyone else in any of their remixes did anything close to that. And it's not like something that I would see like here playing in a club, but it was something that took the song and totally put it in a different context. And it was a really cool context. And everything that Dan did was super musical and had space. And like if one new thing got introduced, something else was taken away, so that you were able to like really hear all the different individual things that went in to making this remix from the original to what it became, and using that vocal as the backbone of it. So I was really impressed with that. And you know, it just that was exciting to me. And then for me, like the overall winner was Jeffrey, because like I feel that a remix should elevate a song and should like that X factor to me is like kind of the thing that I look for in a remix that like is gonna make it better than that. So to me, like the X factor is like, and that's why it was hard to come up with two, but I'm glad that there were two examples here. But Jeffrey with your vocals, and I don't really go for auto-tune vocals, but they were good, and clearly you can sing. I'd almost like to hear one thing without it, just to hear it. But like the fact that you took her vocals or her lyrics and responded to them, I also thought was really cool. And like transformative for the song. And like to me, a great remix transforms the song. And so to me, you're the overall winner because you nailed that. But I mean, honestly, I tried to make comments during everything because I was so impressed with so much shit that I heard. So, you know, anything I said while these things were playing, I meant that stuff. Like anytime I heard a breakdown that surprised me, or a synth line that had like some portamento in it and then wound up on a really beautiful chord, like anytime I heard stuff musically that just kind of gave me goosebumps, and I heard a lot of those moments in everybody's remix, I always tried to mention it because like, you know, I know how much work goes into this, and I know you guys could probably all put your remixes up tonight and be like, oh, let me see what I can fix here. And I think that like it's hard to let go of something and just let everybody hear it and kind of critique it. And the fact is, everyone did a really musical job. There was not even one that was close to a dud. They were just all really, really impressive work. And like this exercise could have been really challenging, and it probably was for each and every one of you, but you all succeeded. You all rose above the challenge and did a great job. So please be proud of yourselves. I'm giving you a round of applause.
Yeah, a round of applause to everybody. On that note, 100%. Let me just say this. This was a lot of fun. You know, this Next Level Sound 2018 summer remix, and we will do this twice a year, I think. Just because it's fun and it's a great exercise, and everyone just did an incredible job. So, you know, congratulations to all the participants. You guys killed it. To those who got some awards today, congratulations to you too. Lots of hard work. I saw all these people showing up all the time, so consistently, to learn and to improve. And that's what this is about. Is about improving and improving each other and helping each other improve. But you know, that being said, some real beautiful masterpieces today too. So I think we win on every level. This is our last big live event of the summer, and then we're gonna let the online school just shut its little doors until September 10th, and we're going to go frolic. And I recommend everyone frolic a little bit if you haven't frolicked recently. And then we'll be right back at it, but we'll also be working like little elves in the background, doing lots of stuff to create new, fun, challenging things for all of these super advanced students that we have at Next Level Sound. So I wanted to thank all the department heads and judges and celebrity guests for just bringing the quality, and setting such a bar of quality and consistency. I mean, it's incredible what we have created here. And I want to wish everybody a wonderful, end of August to do you and have some downtime and steal some time to your music, for your music, which can also happen too. And everyone here can relax a little bit because you guys worked really hard on this. I can tell. So you guys can go just chill a little bit and relax and feel really good about yourselves for what you guys accomplished.
On the back.
100%.
Pat yourselves on the back. Absolutely.
100%. All right, everybody, listen, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Have a wonderful rest of your August. If you need anything from us, you know how to get us. Hit us on the live chat or on Discord or email or however you do it. Send smoke signals. We'll get them. And I will see everybody really soon. Just amazingly proud of everybody. Great job, everyone. Yeah. Bravo. All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Take care.
Bye, guys.